Hey, how's it going? Scott at recordingexcellence.com here with you. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Haas or precedence effect and how that can help your mixes. So, first off, I want to say that, again, when it comes to audio, you don't necessarily need to understand all of the science behind every single audio phenomenon in order to make a great mix, in order to make great music. However, there are certain audio facts that if you know and kind of understand the theory behind, you can exploit them and apply these concepts to your mixes and they can help you out. And that's what I'm going to cover here. So one big thing is we all want mixes that sound wider. If you're recording an acoustic guitar or you're recording a piano or some kind of instrument, there's always that desire to have something that sounds wider and fuller, which is like the professional music we enjoy, that radio ready sound. And one way you can achieve this is through exploiting this Haas or precedence effect. Now, what is that? So first of all, I've pulled up here a diagram. And you see this definition here. Similar sounds arriving from different locations are solely localized in the direction of the first sound arriving at our ears. So, okay, what does this mean? This means that if I have a speaker here and a speaker over there, and the speaker over there is the first sound I hear, I will perceive that sound first. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Now, how does this work with audio? Well, what you can do is if I have two different locations, sounds coming from two different locations, and I hear this one first, and then I hear this one just delayed just a little bit, not enough that there's an echo, but just enough, then I will perceive those sounds as uniform, and that can add space to it. And I will perceive it coming from here, but I'll perceive this other one as being connected to it. So what does that mean? I'll show you. Right here, I've got my piano track. And I'm just going to play it for you here just so you can hear how it sounds. Okay, so you get an idea of how that sounds. Now, if I want to make this sound wider and better, in many cases, I can exploit this phenomenon, because what I want to do is I want to create two sounds instead of just one, and I want to have one reaching my ears first from one location and the other one reaching my ears second, but just behind it from the other location. Now, you can do this a number of ways. A lot of people will use a delay effect, and that can work really well. What I like to do is do a nudging effect. So, okay, what have I done? I've copied the same exact track here to make it piano 2. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute that. And I'm going to mute everything else here because I don't want us to be listening to anything else. So, okay, I've duplicated the track. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge. Now, a nudge is just a way of moving your track in time, either to the left or to the right. So either forward or backward in time. And you can do that just enough, just a little bit. In Logic Pro, I'm nudging it by 1 millisecond. That's what works for me. You can set your nudge values here in Logic. I'm using 1 millisecond. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to take this track and I'm going to nudge it to the right. And I'm going to do this 6 times. So a total of 6 milliseconds. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this one, I'm going to nudge it to the left 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, this one is currently behind this one. Okay, so this first track, that's the first sound that I'm going to hear. Now, in this case, I want it to come from the left. So now I'm going to pan this all the way to the left. And this one, I'm going to pan it all the way to the right. So the thing that's trailing. Again, I've got my two sounds, my two locations. Now I'm going to play it, and let's see what we like here. So let's see if it, I was doing that around 48, huh? Let's see how it sounds. Now, do you hear that? Does that sound better to you? Let's try it again. Let's compare what I was originally doing, where I have it panned dead center, and I'm just playing the one. Now again, let's do the rest. Do you hear how much fuller that is? And the brilliant thing with this, and again, I just nudged it 6 milliseconds, 6 milliseconds, so a difference of 12 milliseconds, and I wouldn't suggest you do much more than that. I could also play with the panning a little bit if I wanted to. If I was doing some LCM panning, I would just have everything hard, but if you want, you can pan, things not fully to the right, not fully to the left. Again, do what sounds good to you. But that makes this piano sound so much fuller to me, so much better. And again, you can play with it. The key thing is not doing it so much that you're getting an echo or that you get out of phase, because that can be a problem. So that's just one example of how to use the Haas effect or the precedence effect and how that can make your music sound a little better. Try it out with if you have a piano. Try it out if you have a acoustic guitar. Try it out with that. That might work well. And just have fun with it.